Hi, we're going to look at how to find the center of mass of a solid object. The center of mass normally is found, and there's 3 dimensions, so we have to look at all 3, but we're only going to look at 2. For example, the x center of mass is equal to 1 over the total mass. Whoops, funny looking at him. The total mass, and then you're going to sum up all of the masses times the distance from a reference point. And then the y-center mass will look just like this, but it'll be mi yi. It'll still be 1 over total mass. That is for particles. So if you have 3 particles, you take 1 over the total mass of all 3. Then you'd sum up m1 x1 plus m2 x2 plus m3 x3. And when you add all those up, you divide them by the total mass. Well, whoops. On this one, let me erase all this stuff. For the solid, first of all, I need to know some coordinates here. So I'm going to call this bottom left-hand corner 0, 0. If I had this on a grid, that would be 0, 0. And I'm going to call this up here 2, 0, 2 actually. Then I'm going to call this one 2, 2. And this one's going to be 2, 0. All right, so there's my coordinates, my xy coordinates. And we already know that right in the center is where the center mass is going to be, but we're going to prove that with some calculus. And so the equation, so this is for particles. This is for particles here. But for solid objects, it looks like this. X center mass equals 1 over the area times integration of x dx dy, and that's going to go from the initial to the final x. And then the y center of mass is going to be 1 over a integration of y dy dx. That's going to go from an initial y value to a final y value. All right, so let's apply that to this square, and let's start out with the x center mass. So we're going to start out with the x center mass. All right, the area of this is 2 times 2, so it's going to be 1 over 4. Parentheses, the integration of x dx times the integration of dy. Then this is going to be from 0 to 2, and it just happens these are the same. They do not have to be the same, 0 to 2. So when I integrate, I'm going to get 1 over 4 x squared over 2 from 0 to 2 times y from 0 to 2. All right, 2 squared is 4. 4 divided by 2 is 2 times, and then 2 minus 0 is 2. And we're going to divide all that by 4. And of course that equals 1 meter. And we would have guessed correctly that the center mass would be right in the middle, right? So that would be the x center mass. Now let's go and find the y center mass. Let me give myself a little bit more room here. The y center mass is going to equal 1 over 4 parentheses the integration of y dy times integration of dx. And this is from 0 to 2. That's from 0 to 2. And so I'm going to get 1 over 4 y squared over 2 from 0 to 2 times x from 0 to 2. And so again, it's going to be 2 squared over 2 is 2, and then minus 0 is 2 times 2 minus 0 is 2, all over 4, and that's going to equal 1 meter. So again, our center of mass for the y part would be, and so we, along that plane, so we get this point right in the middle, that's center mass where we would expect. And that's how you do a simple um, shape like a square. I'll do one more in another video that shows you how to do a more complicated problem.